like her. She brought so much example, so much joy. Everyone who knew her. When you think of it, she's like almost a perfect human being. You know, she grew up with such a kind, tender heart. Shared her life, shared things with other people all the time.
That's right.
And now, here she is after so many years, 92 years, by the way, that's pretty incredible. And you know, most people who, if they pass away at 92, all their friends and relatives have already passed on.
Yeah.
So somehow, she must have had a lot of friends and relatives, and there's still 4 brothers and sisters here, and a lot of their offspring, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure she would appreciate that, or maybe she does appreciate it, I'm not sure if she knows exactly. But what a wonderful person, and I'm sure there's people who could not come here today that feel the same way. I'm sure she had many folks that would like to have come. But thank you all for coming out and showing your honor to not just a beautiful woman, but what she was all about, what she stood for. You know, in the obituary it says that she was born from a father and a mother, of course, like all of us were. But also, what isn't stated in the obituary is something really unique, that she had a mother that I've always been told that really prayed for the children in her family. And I've been told this by my dad, who was her brother, and his name was Donald, and I'm Donald Jr. I'm so proud to have that name and be associated with the Great 8. And so, she had this mother that prayed for all the kids. And I always thought that was like a blessing that was thrown down upon me, even when I was a little kid, because they always told me that. So I thought, wow, I'm part of that power that was 100 years ago, in existence. So that's something that I think started out this legacy of what I call the Great 8. And you think of Marvel Comics and all those Superman, like Rocket Man, and all those people that I guess they're pretty popular. There's a string of superheroes that kids look up to. Well, I never paid any attention to those superheroes in my life as I grew up. My superheroes were Ethel, Nancy, Dick, Alice, Leroy, Bob, David, and Donald. Those are my superheroes. And so I just feel so fortunate and thankful to be like the second tier of superheroes. Almost like me and my 20-some cousins, we're like mini superheroes. Just because it got passed on to us. We're kind of standing in the shadow of our parents. Well, that's just one way of looking at it, and you could look at it that way with your family on either side of your family too. But that's really how I felt, like people like Ethel were not only an example for life, but they were super examples. They were excellent examples, life-changing examples. My earliest remembrance of anything was that she was my first Sunday school teacher. And I remember I would call her Essel, because I couldn't pronounce the THs. I was probably 3 years old or something. So I vividly remember her teaching me, no, it's not Essel, it's Ethel, TH, Ethel. Oh, good, I was so happy to learn that, because, after I learned that, I could pronounce a lot of really important words. Like, I could say Thursday, I could say thank you, I could say thermostat, all those other great words. But one word I still like to cling to, one little sentence from way a long time ago, is a little phrase that says, somebody loves you. So, gotta think about that for a minute. Now, as you're thinking, let's move on to her next talent I wanted to mention, and that is her piano and organ playing, which was already mentioned. Well, she sang those songs that, of course, now she's experiencing. How many times did she probably sing I'll Fly Away? Well, been there, done that, right? And Some Golden Daybreak, is it possible she's already seen one of those grand daybreaks? Yeah. Whatever that is, she's experienced that, she's seen that. She sang about it and played those songs, and now she's right there. Amazing. Well, when we all get to heaven, that's a favorite. I bet you we all know that one, right? Another one, Will the Circle Be Unbroken? That was a popular tune. And the other one I was thinking, there's hundreds, but the other one is that we'll understand it better by and by. And which one of us would not want to have that hope that for all the trials and tribulations and things that we may experience, even though life in general is very good, still we have questions about life. And so the bottom line answer to a lot of questions is that we're going to have to wait for the by and by to come, because we're not going to figure it out on this side. But we have that trust and hope that in the place where Ethel is, all those questions will be answered because we will understand it better. And the paintings have also been mentioned. Every time she did a chalk talk is what I remember her most for. She kind of stole the show, the whole revival meeting or service, whatever it was. It's like she'd have the music timed, or somebody would be singing or playing an instrument just right, so that at the end of the song, when the song ended, she would be doing the last few moves with chalk on the picture. And a lot of it was that one right over there, and it was the shepherd reaching down over the cliff as the lamb was falling dangerously off the edge of the cliff, with the scripture that says, Jesus said, didn't the shepherd leave the 99 in the fold and go after the one who had left the fold? And I always thought, as a little kid, when I first started seeing this, saw it many times, I always thought, oh, I'd like to be that lamb. I'd like to be that one lamb that after I got lost and did something stupid, that the shepherd would be there to reach over and take me back. Have you ever felt that way? I'm sure we all have, and that just vividly illustrates it. But really, from 90 years ago, what has changed? That is still true today. We can still find hope in that picture, in that Bible message, that the Lord still is the same shepherd, and he is still willing to leave the 99 to go out and save the one who was falling off the cliff. So that's just as real of a message today as it was back then. Her paintings included a lot of scenery, a lot of people, a lot of buildings that now I look at them and I think, oh, what's the big secret meaning behind them? So I try to find stories in all of her pictures, and come to find out there is a story behind most of the pictures. But it's kind of nice if you can make up your own story too, just for fun, because there's such interesting pictures. Wouldn't you agree?
Nice.
You've all seen her pictures. And lastly, I just wanted to point out that she was a very smart woman for a lot of reasons, but think of the fact that she painted all these pictures and gave them out to all kinds of people. And so she's one lady that we're all going to remember forever, because we have her pictures hanging in our walls. I see every day 2 pictures for sure. And every once in a while I stop and think, oh, hi, Ethel, thanks for painting that picture. So those pictures are going to outlast all of us and all of our kids. Those pictures will probably last, a couple 100 years. We'll all be gone. But her legacy will always be here. Smart lady, huh? I'm sure she did it just to be a blessing at the moment for whoever received the picture. But still, she'll live on, not only in our memories of her because of the pictures and because of the way that she touched our lives. God bless you all. Love you all.